Hello there, Artyom. It seems to me, whether it was intended or not, that our colonel now has a goal to strive for because of you.
Yep.
We all remember the way you fought back in D6, so no matter what lies ahead, we're with you. You can count on us. Yes. As for me, I'm running a little inventory check. It is kind of cramped in here. I'm thinking of making something of a workbench. So that's all the instruments we get, and everything else would be within arm's reach. With no workbench, you just lose small components. We'll use this place to work on the weapons. Cleaning, oiling, keep out of everybody's way, and keep them from messing with my stuff. Well, we'll have to take turns, of course, but we'll manage. So, if you find any weapons you'd like to keep, I'll store them for you here on the Aurora, and you can come back to exchange them. You'll get them back in their best shape ever. Don't you doubt. Boy, have I cleaned and oiled a lot of weapons in my life. Factory and homemade too. Some of those were just amazing. So unusual. So, if you have any weapon-related questions, I'm your man. And weapons, they are like girls. They need attention. You clean your weapon well, you oil it, you check the ammo, because these dirty ammo caps do get rusty sometimes. But if you put your heart into it, the weapon never fails. Well, I'll just finish oiling this one, then start on another.
Alright, thank you.
Well, hello there, Artyom.
Hi.
People could have called me up there to drink to Aurora. I still think Beelzebub was a better name.
I don't know what that is. Let me shovel a bit.
Help yourself.
Let me help you up, my friend.
Because friend is eating up a bit tired here. The only good thing about this job is that you forget it's winter.
Ah, that's true.
If only you didn't have to pay for this complicated with your whole body aching.
I mean, it's just repetitive.
Well, it's not a lie. Feel this calm.
I know, it's like working on mods on PC. It's crazy.
Says it's dynamic meditation. That philosopher doesn't come here to meditate too.
Yeah, but I do. Thanks for your hard work, my friend. Remember, I just have to awkwardly press the controller. I know, like, as a train fan and lover of steam engines, trains are my first vehicle love. My first, let's be honest, technology love. Then it was boats. Then planes, and planes stuck. As well as just being a train engineer, at least a train driver, this is also fun. All right, I'll let you take over. I got a shoulder run.
That's all? Okay, I'll take it from here.
Sorry, I'll be back later. Don't worry. Sure, I heard of Beelzebub before. I just never.
You still holding on to life? I'm done for, my friend. But at least I died protecting my friends. Shut up, you fool. By the way, Uncle Sam, your command of Russian is quite good. Another 40 years or so, and you'd go completely native.
That won't happen.
Isn't it confusing now, though? If your California is still around, you became a Russian for nothing. By the way, if we meet the occupying forces, whose side will you be on, Sam? Ours or theirs?
Who's fighting?
Not funny, but
if the war is still not over, does that make us enemies?
I mean, he is a Marine. Oh,
Nah, that's not what I meant. The colonel told me to stop smoking shroom, but isn't a pipe of peace an exception? Eh?
I wish we could smoke one in California, my man. That would be so much fun.
Oh, damn. Hey, do you miss home?
I mean,
I don't know. Really, I got used to it. And now I learn my folks might be alive, and I'm in a daze.
I see.
you just had,
What I meant was, even though you're an American, you're our man.
yeah, the order. Unless you're Russian.
Spartan, Alyosha. Now and forever. You're a Spartan too. This is what we are now.
Indeed.
I wonder what they'd think of me at this Supreme HQ, though.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Drop it. We'll all stand with you, like with Anna and Artyom, like when the colonel protected you from that crowd.
Yeah, there were women and old guys and kids. They all wanted it. I didn't even want to resist, even though I was younger and stronger back then.
Sam, the war was really on back then. Your missiles had only just fallen on us, just like ours on your home. So forget that shit about the HQ. You're a Spartan, one of us.
Indeed.
That's it.
Thank you, Colonel. Sir. So, we're going to the Urals. I'd love to see San Diego, though. Even in a dream.
There's this little whorehouse on its Svet Neubovar station I'd like to see. Even if it was just in a dream. Look, I'll catch some shut-eye if you don't mind.
Yeah, you should heal.
Of course. Get some sleep.
Yeah. Besides, in a dream, it's definitely cheaper.
That's true. Oh, hello. Okay, I think we're done here. One last check. And that's almost there at the front of the train. As much as I despise communism, Red Star can look Christmassy to me. Ah, Christmas. I have no idea why. Probably something in my childhood. I mean, or it could just be having a star on the front of the engine like this. It's protruding, and it's probably from Mario, actually. Yeah. Oh, blue and white star. Ah, it's close enough. It's red. I mean, you just scrape off the white around it, and it will just be a nice red Christmas star instead of, you know, a Russian star. Which, remember, as far as I'm aware, which I'm not aware of much, this was the Russian Federation as the bombs fell in 2013. So this is the Russian Federation, not Soviet Union. But yeah, it looks like our idiot friend has you know, well, at least he doesn't mind Marx's point of view, or at least Mao's point of view anyway. Not saying he is communist, I am saying. He may be a sympathizer, probably not. I mean, he's a good guy. You could probably convince him either way, if you give him enough information either way, which is what communists are really good at, explaining why they are in the right, despite, you know, what Stalin did in World War II, which makes him equal to Hitler, in my eyes. Both are absolutely, utterly terrible people, and yeah, it's just one got saved by America to be an Easter French sponge. And also because of America's heroics, but yeah. Alright, let's do that. Not there. Let's do here. You know what, let's save. Okay, that's all the dialogue. And that was 38 minutes, that's not too bad. Will I make this one video? We'll find out.
Look at the map.
Yep.
Now that we know where we're going, it makes sense.
Yeah. Thanks, Anna. There's somebody during a continuous going to train. Zoom the goodness.
After all those years in the underground, the air of the surface seemed incredibly fresh, intoxicating. But that was not what had caused the crew's euphoria. Our journey finally got a definite purpose provided by the transmission from the government bunker in the Urals. For 20 years, we thought that neither the government nor military high command had survived. Turns out they're still around. Where were they while we were eating each other alive in the metro? We'll have a lot of questions for them once we reach Yamantau, if we reach it. The ruins of our country are under enemy control, according to Miller, and we'll have to fight through to our goal. A small team against the occupation armies? What are the chances that we'll succeed? That we'll get some answers?
Yeah. 21 kilometers? Oh, that's... What is that? Because we were at 108 kilometers. Unless it's random. It could be random. What is that measurement? Because we're 776 kilometers away from Moscow. Oh man! This is why you get an Xbox One X, oh jeez. This is why Xbox One X's are invented, everyone. So they can play games like this without taking forever to load. Oh jeez. Yeah, the thing about Xbox One X's is you don't have to upgrade to them, but you know, if you want to play the latest games as intended, you'll need them. So yeah, it's still taking. Oh jeez, how long will this take? It's a bit of a spoiler because I did watch. By the way, this mission is the last mission I watched of Dan Q's LP. It's a giant map in which you can roam freely after a certain point, and has a couple missions. Not it has linear or branching missions. Like you get one mission and another one pops up the map, but the map is completely open. So if I had to, oh there it is. So if I had to, so it's like Battlefield 5. If Battlefield 5 had a ginormous map, it's like Battlefield 5 War Stories. If the War Stories took place on a post-script horror map. Or a Bad Company 1 map, for example. It's pretty insane. Essentially, there are many open worlds.
Froze anything off yet, darling?
Nothing important. Nothing
Here,
unimportant either.
let's warm you up a little bit. So, what do you think our chances of getting to Yamantau alive are? It's the
100%.
only thing on my father's mind. How to earn his forgiveness, get back to Metro and his old life. The life you had always been running from.
Yeah.
And to think, I never believed you.
You always believe me.
And
Don't
now
say
I'm
that.
looking at this fog, thinking it could actually be hiding our new life from us.
Yeah.
By the way, we should be approaching the bridge soon.
That's pretty good, son.
Damn it! A campfire!
Crosses! Barricades!
Keep
Uh-oh.
there, hit the brakes.
Artyom, what do you think they'll actually do? Artyom, bully, Artyom, what kind of FPS are you think you're in? That achievement can protect you.
On a trolley.
Okay. Roger, Dodger. Moving on the way. That's same. I can go for the stand, that's fine.
Are you alright, Artyom?
Oh yeah. The chain link's been protected me.
How bad is it? Can we move? No, we're stuck. Oh shit.
Damn fog. Seems we ran through someone's roadblock.
Who was it? Any uniforms?
None. They were
No biz.
wearing rags.
Just some old farts.
You had Viz.
Old farts, huh? That's just the perimeter guard. They could have put anyone there, even women and children.
Do you
Sound like
really
NATO.
think we found them, Colonel?
Well, we can't be sure. I was expecting to run into them much earlier. The trolley is headed towards the bridge. Some fortifications there. This looks peaceful. A village and a church on the water. We need intel.
Oh, Liz.
Here, Artyom. I put a mark on your map. Get
Okay.
there and find out what you can about that bridge.
Roger.
Taking a prisoner would be ideal. Anna, you cover him.
Yes, sir.
May I go with Artyom too? As backup?
No. Until we figure out our situation, you are not to take a step away from the Aurora.
Let's go,
These
Artyom.
two can handle themselves just fine. Yermak, when can you get the Aurora running again?
I don't know yet. Gotta check on that cylinder, but a full day at least.
I see. Get to it then.
And now we save.
Spartans, let's prepare.
And now we save. Oh man, that's taking forever. It's like, is something wrong with my computer? No, it's an Xbox. It's a console. It doesn't do that.
Prepare the Aurora for a defensive action. Stepan, Damir, get the perimeter. I'm on
Yes,
it.
sir.
Duke, I need you to recon the immediate area.
Got that, sir.
Idiots, you give him cover from the Aurora.
Yes, sir.
Sam and Alyosha, stay in reserve.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Sam. Don't know if NATO turned evil. Or how evil, or how evil Russia is.
Trustworthy anymore?
I'd tell you if it was the case, Sam. Now, cut the chatter.
Indeed. You have a drum mag. I want a drum mag. Now he's safe. And let's get good beat. On Sam. Alright, that's fine. And that'll be it. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate watching on this video. I was looking at the time. Pause video. On my Surface. Okay. I was looking at the time. It's 9:12 p.m. Yes, I'm recording early tonight. Yes, how great. Yeah, my schedule. Everything is back to normal now. I just got to get into the rhythm of normal. So yeah, everything is great now. I feel great. I feel happy again. I feel myself again. Like I constantly have my a smile on my face now, which I didn't even think I could do. I didn't even think I could do with a longer mustache. But yeah. Oh, right. So that'll be our first video. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate watching this video. It means a lot to me. Also, not many of you were to well, I mean, a lot of it is I figured everything I need to figure out, and yeah. So it's just up and up from now on. Alright, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate watching this video. It means a lot to me. Also, not many of you were to subscribe to my Patreon, to this channel's Patreon. Help doing so. Oh, well, fund this channel and I'll fund my life and stuff. To afford more games like this, and maybe an Xbox One X and a 4K TV to go with it. Of course, I will have to get a Bravia, because every other TV literally sucks that I've ever encountered. My Bravias are the only ones that good, are the only ones that lasted any length of time. Like, for example, my uncle actually dropped off. One of my uncles dropped off a old Bravia, at least 1 or 2 models older than mine, than my oldest. It's huge, but when you look at it, it's 1080p. But look at it, it has little dots, like a little dot grid. It's how old the panel is. It's high quality, but it's old. It still works. Like, maybe I could put it in my room, but no, it deserves to be in the living room. It really does. Alright, by the way, that'll be our first video. Thanks for watching. Also, don't forget to check out their story, part of the Divus. It is a science fiction universe I've been working on since I was born, pretty much. I'm still thinking of a good pitch for the universe, but basically it's a universe where everything goes right. Except for people that choose to do bad things, and which those are, in which, you know, yeah, they made their choices and stuff like that. Um, it's a, you know, it's a realistic enough universe. Like we try, but we try, but we don't try too hard. Pretty much. Like, I mean, we do realism, but and we don't fudge things. Whether or not we research enough that realism is another thing. But anyway, or I research enough that actually should be the thing. But anyway, and then yeah, you can check out under the playlist link under the line under the Patreon, you find the Durverse wiki for the Golden Arrow, which I'm still working on. Actually, I haven't worked on it much recently, but anyway. But looking below that, you can see the Google Drive where you can see the lore files for the Durverse, a timeline of the universe from the year 2019 to the year 3000, and it takes place in our own universe after it takes place in our own universe, um, on our own Earth. Also the bios for the factions such as Green and Blue, the Megacorp turned country, the Hero faction, uh, uh, and then some other factions which and then the Eastern Coalition, the Evil Empire, the Union of Russia and China. And yeah, and then also there is drafts of my book which you can check out, both PDF and Word. I just uploaded a PDF right now of the latest draft, um, February 21st, 2019. I think that's what today's date is. But yeah, I uploaded that, and their story is the story of Derek Maline, um, his wife and friends try to maintain the world they have built over the past 2 decades and the utopia of Green and Blue from the people who want to bring it down in order to prop themselves up or just don't like governments and stuff. We all know those people, just bad people or selfish people, or you get the idea. This universe has advanced technology, maybe a bit too advanced for 2040, but um, you know, just pin it on CS, the super scientist, and him being able to make an AI in the year 2021. So yeah, and the book takes place in 2040, of course. As it is called Life in War in the their story, Life in War in the 2040s, and their 20th adventures in the Golden Era. There are air battles, tank battles. Um, there's gonna be a naval battle, and yeah. And in this world, there are hypersonic transports or as rare as supersonics. Well, actually, are more common than supersonics ever were, but are still rare. But everyone, but you riding in one is not exactly the hardest thing to do. It's not exactly the most uncommon thing to do. If for Green and Blue, it's the common thing. There's also suborbital transports, orbital stations, which comes with orbital weapons, hypersonic fighters, stuff like that. Super heavy tanks. Battleships have returned with railguns, meaning you have a choice of either using a cruise missile, which will get easily absorbed by shields and armor technologies, or you throw a minivan at them, a minivan made of solid steel at them at Mach 5, and see if they can absorb that um, from a similar range. It doesn't move, but you don't. But cruise missiles don't really do that anyway. And besides, what's going to stop it? Um, yeah. There's a ICBM shield, so no one uses nukes, other than opening moments of a war. Other than for a few times. And yeah, it's just. And also, it's kind of like it's also a superhero story in a way. You'll just have to read and find out. Alright, so that'll be it for this video. I'm still working on my pitch. That'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. And I guess, see you in a second.